Let's do it. Make sure we're good to go. Are you guys able to see this? Question mark, question mark. Are you able to see it? I have never streamed to YouTube before, so I'm trying to figure out what I am doing. Hello from Cali. I see that, John. Can you guys see it? I don't know if you guys can see me. Are you guys able to see me? Hello, hello, hello? Yes. Oh, great. Okay, there's no issues. The audio is good, everything like that. Oh, sweet. Wow, I'm surprised that this actually worked. Yeah, I used to do gaming, live streaming like Fortnite back in the day, so I have the full setup. Nice. Awesome, guys. We have the full setup, so I thought this was the perfect time to get it in. Jay Edelson, let's go. Welcome. Yes, I'm excited to watch this. Wow, that's amazing. Guys, thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I'm just going to give it like 2 minutes, let some people come on in. And, yeah, we'll get started. I know I said 5 o'clock. I just put a post out on my Instagram as well, just so everybody can join up. I don't want anybody to miss it. Fun fact, today's actually my dad's birthday, so we're live streaming now, and then I'm going out to dinner, so super excited. Can hear and see great. Awesome. Sweet. Guys, this is great. So, like I said, we'll give it like 2 more minutes. If you guys have any questions, I'm more than happy to answer anything. I got the chat here. This is cool. I did live streaming for like 2 years of playing Fortnite, so it's really neat to get back into it. I haven't touched it in forever. You see I got my setup, so pretty neat. I'm going to just pull everything up on this end, make sure I'm good over here. Tanner Pickleball. Yeah, it's funny. I actually streamed on Facebook. I've never streamed before on YouTube, so here we go. Okay. All right, guys, we'll get into it. I'll start it up now, and we will get right into it. So I feel like 2 minutes was enough time, so let's do it. It's a long game, so I want to make sure the audio is good for you guys, so I'm going to make sure. Is that good, guys? Is that too loud? I'm going to turn it down. Are you guys able to hear the announcers? Thanks, Shay. I'm thinking that should be good. I'm going to pause it right now. I just want to see the comments come through. Guys, does that sound good, or is it a little too loud, a little too quiet? What do you think? I'll play it again. This is it right here. I'll get my face out of the way here. There we go. They're quiet. Okay. That should be better. What's up, All Mike? Carson said they're quiet. That should be better, guys. Is that better? Higher quality setting. Good call. Good call. 1080p, baby. Wait, 1080p enhanced. Even better. Oh, no. Don't have YouTube Premium. Still not loud enough? Ew. That might be out of my expertise here. Oh, wait. No. It's not out of my expertise. Come on now. Not just pickleball. Let's go.
At Newport Beach.
There we go.
I'll go to you first. What is your biggest key to watch for people
How's that, guys?
tuning in at home for this first semifinal?
Do I dare steal my partner Chad's? Because I
Better? Is that perfect?
think he had a great point with Kafka and
Nice.
Howells.
Okay.
And it is
Steal it. It's okay.
It is because
I'm going to make sure, guys, that's good volume. That's good volume. We'll get right into it. Good. Sweet. Okay. All right, guys, let's watch. So we'll just watch the game, and then any point where I see something, I'll make sure to break it down and kind of dissect what I see and just let you guys know the thought process, so hopefully you can become better as well from watching this video. So let's get right into it. Just a quick little backstory. So we came through the qualifiers. The qualifiers are 1 game to 15. If you lose, you're just done. We only let up 6 points in a total of 3 qualifying games. We won like 15-1, 15-2, and 15-3. So that's on Wednesday. We're in California, just to set the backstory. We play on Saturday since we qualified. Our first game, we won fairly easily. Maybe it was like 11-6, 11-8, but we had big leads in both. Our second match, we played the number 1 seed. That was Rob Nunnery and Eric Pilette. We ended up beating them. Oh my gosh, we just got gifted 5 subscribers. Woo! Let's go. Guys, somebody just donated 5 memberships, which I think is like $5 each. So that is very generous of you. So thank you very much. I appreciate that, Matthew. Thank you. So we won that game. We upset the number 1 seed. We won 11-9 in the 3rd game. Now we're playing in the semifinals. Or we beat a team in between there. But anyway, we're in the semifinals. Let's get into it. Yeah, well, thank you guys so much for that. Donations. That's pretty cool. What up, Sam? All right, let's do it, guys.
Both Kafka and Howells are
If you can hear it, let me know.
right?
Thank you,
And
Matthew.
so
I
now,
appreciate
let's
that,
see.
brother.
They've gotten through 2 rounds already, so obviously they're doing well. But again, what is going to be that difference right there? And I think it's going to be whoever ends up on the right side. Can we get that person dinking cross court with the forehand?
Matthew, you're a
and see
beast.
if we
Thank
can
you,
get some
thank you.
mistakes here. So again, we're going to see who
Thank you
starts
very
on
much.
that right side, who starts on the left. And if I'm them, I haven't seen them play today.
So a little backstory as well while they're talking is I'll
stacking?
mute this while we're doing it. A little backstory is I've played with Will Howells a bunch in Florida, so I know his game. So we strategized off that, and my partner Kyle knew Patrick Kauka. I think they play together a lot. So we're both familiar with their game, so we had a very solid strategy going into it. I will tell you the strategy as the game develops. Matthew, again, thank you.
Behind him because now he's feeding into the forehand a little bit more of Tanasi. So, Tomasi, sorry. So, for Kazuda and Tomasi, I would look for them not really
Let's go.
Put pressure with speed ups or anything on Howes or Kafka, but more so, use some aggressive dinks, move that ball around, push Kafka out to that right a little bit by keep hitting that left foot. And each
What
time
up, Daniel?
Howes
Hey,
comes over, he
Mallory.
takes a step.
Thank you guys
Now
for
it
tuning
opens
in.
up
I
behind
appreciate
Howes,
it.
and
I'm excited to get it
kinda
on.
Splits them through the middle or down the line. With
All
how
right,
much
first
movement
point.
there
Let's
is.
go.
And so we are underway here on Championship Court. Patrick Kafka, the 31-year-old
start.
out of Las Vegas, Nevada, getting us started with the serve.
Right off the bat, Kafka going with a third shot.
You're
drive,
going to see a
and
lot of
see
it
all day long.
Good. Notice where we move around the dinks. We move the dinks around. They don't go to the same spot. Out wide. Ooh. Out wide. Middle. Out wide. Middle. Out wide. Out wide. Feet up.
And there was
Perfect.
that backhand.
That was a great
counter
point.
that you were talking about, Dom, from Tomasi. It's almost like a chicken wing, but because he gets so far on top of it, he's able to punch that ball back down. And what I saw earlier when they were playing Nunnery and Paylette, the pace did not affect them at all. They want you to speed up at them.
Well, they're almost baiting you into it right there.
Guys, just to be sure, everything's still good. If somebody would type in the chat, no issues, everything is good. I want to make sure. I don't see anybody typing, so I want to make sure that this isn't like cutting out or something. Just to make sure everything's good. Nothing's cutting out. I'll stop. I won't stop it. I just want to make sure that we're not cutting out because I don't know. I feel like I want to be sure. I haven't done this before. I'm assuming
Actually,
it's good, right?
Tomasi is getting on top of that.
That's Tomasi with the serve, bottom right of your screen.
All good. Thanks, guys.
Playing straight
Sweet.
up
Let's
against
go.
Will Howells.
All right, I won't stop it anymore. Let's watch it. Let's
Howell's
break
gonna
it down.
Get Tomasi, he's got to get him through transition area like that right there. Tomasi's not able to get on top of that. But once he gets to the kitchen line and gets established, that's where he's going to be strong. Wow.
Good. That's really good to learn from. Guys, really good to learn from. I just want to stop that for 1 second. That is so important. This play, I just want you guys to see it. This is a learning point. I won't stop it. I just want you to see. So since I'm lefty, this was our strategy and how we were beating people all day. I'm lefty. He's righty. The middle is always covered. I will never flip open, and Kyle will never flip open. We're trusting that our partner will cover the middle. This is a prime example. I could easily flip open and miss it, but instead I trust my partner. He's there. That was the bread and butter of how we beat
That's good
people.
movement there from Kazuda because Tomasi's sitting on that
Here it is. Look at this.
backhand there, and you can see how tight he is.
See that?
But Kazuda, full extension there, gets on
I'm right
top
here.
of that
Kyle's
ball.
right here. Perfect.
Great winner down the middle, and it's a 3-0 lead here in this first game. Playing 2 out of 3 to 11, and then
all right.
Kazuda leaves the dink just a little bit short.
So
Mistake,
So
no
point before,
biggie.
It's exactly what Will Howells and Patrick Kafka can't get caught into, trying to power through because you're already down 3-0 because you're trying to hit everything through Tomasi and Kazuda, and they're not having any of it right now.
The other thing I want to ask you about, Dom, is I'm looking at the, I'll ask you after this, serve from Howells.
Good. Look at the dinks. Constantly different locations. Say constantly different locations with the dinks. Good. Keep them moving, keep them guessing. Bam. A lot middle. Good.
There was almost 2 bait balls from Tomasi tempting Howells to speed that ball up right there, and he didn't. Will does need to stay in those points just like that and wait for the right opportunity.
Good. Good.
That
Okay.
speed up initiated
So one
by
thing I tell
Howells, and he
people-
finishes it off. So the thing
One thing I tell people, if you get caught up in your missing dinks into the net, this is the thing that like flipped the switch in my brain. You just want the dinks to bounce on your opponent's side. Lower level players like sub 5.0, I know that's not lower, but you know what I mean. Just people under 5.0, they want to do so much with the dinks and put spin and win on the dink. You're not trying to win the game by hitting a dink. You're trying to set up a shot like 3 dinks later down the line. So if I hit a dink here and then here and then here, maybe I'll get a pop-up. I'm not like on my first or second dink going to be cutting it full speed so they get it out of the air and can speed it up. If you can shift your mind to just make all of the dinks land, you'll be surprised at how many popped up balls
What I
you
wanted
get.
to ask you about, Dom, was we were talking in the open
Don't
about
need to cut
the
it,
wind.
don't need to put
And
stuff on
here
it.
in Newport Beach, obviously we have some of that wind coming in around the ocean, but these players have been playing on different courts all morning long, right? And then they come here to championship court, which is a much different setup even than the courts they've been playing on for the rest of the morning. What kind of adjustment do they have to make when they move to CC1? Big
Good hands,
move
good
there
hands.
from Will Howells, and they get a chance to play in more of a stadium-style court. How does the wind play out here differently?
I feel it's pretty consistent from here to the outer courts because everything is wide open. So I don't think it's much of a difference. We may get a little shielded because of the clubhouse that's right next to us, but for the most part, all the courts are playing pretty similar.
Yeah, I see somebody in the comments.
Cross-court dink left
Were you
a
trying to
little
bait the other
bit
team?
short, so it's
Joseph,
gonna get
not
Will Howells and
necessarily.
Patrick Kafka
I
on.
try, when they say like, oh, Tomasi's trying to bait the other team. So in a sense, I'll kind of like purposely like throw in a dink because I know, like I said, I know Will's so good and he has a really good backhand flick. But I'll purposely, no matter who I'm playing, try to hit balls that are a tad deeper because that allows me to be a little bit more aggressive with my dink. But it also, if they do try to flick it, I try to put it in like a zone where their arm is fully outstretched and they have no power. So if I hit a ball back here, they can use everything to flick it. But if I put the ball like just right on that fine line where they can only flick it with their wrist, there's no power and I'm kind of like baiting them in a sense because I know the ball's going to come at me with no pace. I don't want to try to bait them by hitting a deep dink where they can have full force. I want it where it's just a fine line of like, oh, can I get it? Oh, maybe. Nope, we win. That's the
board
thought
here in
process.
game
behind
one.
that.
Kafka with the serve.
Oh Lord, that is not
Ball
good
just
from
floated there.
T.
Nice
Tomasi.
drive from
Yikes.
Howells. Kafka coming in for a little shake and bake action.
Yeah,
this
2
is where
errors back to
you
back.
can't-
Back-to-back unforced errors.
You can't get loose on points here. You've got your opportunity here. You can't give any free points.
And so
All right,
it
we
will
took
be
a timeout.
on the court
Smart timeouts.
as our
If it's an
game
intense
number one
game,
is all tied up. At
like it- you
3
know the
all,
team
gives
is
us a chance
good.
to take a Tervis
3
hydration
misses in a
break
row,
here
2 misses in a
Southern
row,
California.
timeout.
We talk
Don't
about
wait
that
and let them go on a
marine layer,
run.
but once
2
it
misses,
burns
3 misses,
off,
timeout. Who cares how
it's
many
pretty
you use?
warm
Use
here
all of
in the
them.
booth and certainly out on the court.
And it's deceptive. The sun has a little bit of a bite to it, and you do get more. It's 75, 80 degrees,
Sure.
and you're like, it's not that hot. I'm not going to be dehydrated.
This is my first time
I
watching
think
it,
there's
so I'm
more
not going to fast
dehydration
forward. I
here
haven't
in
seen
these-
my
in
match
these
yet.
conditions
So
than when
let's
we're
see.
playing somewhere where it's like upper 80s, 90s.
Because you think you're fine when you're really not. You
Yeah.
really need to make sure you're hydrating, and thank God we are in the booth here, too.
Always got our Tervises with us, and certainly remember to put on your sunscreen if you're coming down here to Newport
What tactics
Beach
are we
to
discussing
join
about
us,
in a
because
timeout?
that's the other thing
We're
that
saying
gets
right now
sneaky
we
is
need to
people
let them
have the
attack
marine
us and just
layer in
have
the
long
morning,
dinks.
they're
We
like,
don't want to
"That's
initiate
fine, we don't
first.
need
We
sunscreen,
just
sun
want the
protection."
opponent to attack
No,
us. So we're saying we need to
always put on
have
your sun
long
protection here
dink
in
rallies. We don't want
beautiful
to take
Golden
balls.
State.
We want them to attack us first.
It's a
Long
sun that
rallies,
has
we're going to win.
had its way with me a few times here and gotten burned.
Good question,
in Southern
Jim.
California. Just catching one more wave, then I swear I'm going to come in.
So that's part of the both players playing the left side.
Yeah,
right
Johnny,
there.
for sure.
That middle ball, Kafka and Howells, no communication there as far as who's going to take it.
Well, and Dorian talked about how long this partnership has been in the making, but talking about it and then working out
good.
those middle balls is a very
So I disregarded our
different
strategy
thing.
there, but
That was
anything
such
out
a
of
good
the
setup
air
there from
is good to
Tomasi
speed
and
up.
Kazuda, his back leg dropped back. What that does is it brings his shoulders back, and he's off the edge of paddle right there.
Yeah, you just don't want to speed up off the
Will Howells
bounce.
tries to flip that ball inbounds, just sails a bit deep, so it'll be a side out.
So we won 3, then we lost 4 in a
Kazuda
row.
and
So.
Tomasi started this game up 3-0, but it's been 4 straight for the 5 seed.
So those last 2 balls have kind of sailed on Howells and Kafka. It's almost like the wind decided to stop blowing the ball down.
Look where I drop. I drop to the middle of the court.
Nice
Nice
counter
job.
right there from Kazuda.
Kyle, good
Hits
hands,
that ball
definitely.
at the
My
right
part.
hip of Patrick Kafka.
Great.
Big
I want to show you guys that.
overhead
That's another great learning point. I love this personally. If you have fast hands, like I think everybody has quick hands, but I know I feel super comfortable in this. I just want to rewind it real quick. Watch this. So look where I hit the drop. I hit it straight ahead. And if I see my drop is below the height of the net, so if here's the net and my ball I know is down here, I'm assuming my partner is looking to be aggressive to keep me back. I'm reading that in my brain, and I'm looking to go in and just look for a quick, like, pounce, like a cat. Like, let's see. Look. Okay, it was at the height of the net, but same thing. If it's that height, I want to be in that battle. I trust myself. So I'll just rewind it, and I won't stop it. Just look at my thought process. It drops straight ahead. I know he's going to attack. I want that. And then we win that.
Big
I always look for
overhead
that.
there for the winner. Going the way of Tomasi and Kazuda.
Nice.
And this is where it's dangerous as well for Kazuda and Tomasi. They don't have anything to lose. They're coming in as the underdogs. They're coming in as qualifiers, and they're not getting cheated on any of the swings that they're going
baby.
with right now. Both big counters.
I'll
for
answer the
Tomasi
questions
and
in
Kazuda.
between. Like wide drop middle. I answer the questions in between. Here we go. Look at the dinks. Move the dinks around. Out wide. Where do I go? More middle. Other side. Middle. Line. Middle. Out wide.
What
See?
I'm really loving
The
right
dinks
now
have
is the
not
way
been in the same
Kazuda
spot.
and
We
Tomasi
keep them
are
guessing, and they're
moving the
all
ball
bouncing.
around. They're not getting stagnant. They're not putting Kazuda and Tomasi are moving the ball around. They're not getting stagnant. They're not putting the ball more than 2 times in
See?
the same spot, and they are keeping Howells and Kafka guessing.
Exactly. That is exactly what I'm talking
So a timeout
about.
called on the court, and this has been about as close as it gets so far here in game number 1. A great crowd.
Look, there's a lot of people in there,
enjoying it
guys.
live,
Let's
which
go.
gives us a chance
The
to
60-second
bring
guy.
you guys in at home and remind you to check out pickleballsuperstore.com. Get
Making
your
the
instant
debut.
discount by scanning that QR code on your screen.
Thanks,
The
Tripper
crowd
with
really has
Tracy.
been great here in Newport Beach.
So
all
somebody
weekend
said,
long.
why
We've
drop
seen
middle?
That side of the court.
You drop
completely
middle 'cause then your
full for
opponents
much of
don't
the
have
event. We had
angles.
singles action on Thursday, mixed doubles yesterday. Now we have men's and women's doubles today.
I don't
want to
overtalk them
with the
talking.
championship
I'll
Sunday.
talk
Some
after.
really fun matchups tomorrow. So I expect this crowd to just keep getting bigger.
Well,
and more engaged.
this is always a great facility, and when you walk around the grounds,
Nice
it is
facility.
so difficult to get
through
the main concourses because they are lined up at the fence. They're lined up in the center divide on the other side.
Standing on the picnic tables.
All right,
It's
let's go.
literally single file, and if somebody stops and talks, it's a major traffic jam. There's
Okay,
so many
drop
people
middle.
out here watching.
Where
It's
do I
always
go?
a great facility.
Middle.
a very storied facility we are in.
Cross court.
Built in the 1950s.
Cross court.
31 pickleball courts in play here this weekend. And you talk about everything that has to go into putting on an event like this and making sure people can get from point A to
Look, I
point
committed
B.
too heavy to
Shout out
covering
our
middle. I committed too much.
Here on the
I got to be
APP Tour, they
here
are the
so I can
best
flip.
in the business when it comes to putting on the tournaments. They manage 56 brackets and 1,071
Nice shot.
matches being played.
Last
Thanks,
2
Jim.
points. Howes and Kafka have got the ball to the exact shoulder, the paddle shoulder. First time was to Tomasi's left shoulder. Second time was to Kazuda's right shoulder, jamming them up just enough.
Kafka with the serve.
Look at that. Good learning point here.
Ooh.
Great learning point here.
Initiating
I want
the
you guys to
speed
see
up.
this. I didn't make a video on this. I keep saying, I wrote it down in my notes. I don't know why I keep forgetting. This is good. I want you guys to watch this. So
Second
we're
time was to
unwinding a
Kazuda's
stack,
right shoulder,
meaning we're switching
jamming
sides. Look
them
at
up
this.
Just enough.
Kyle returns. Look where I'm standing. I am standing in the middle of the court because Kyle, my partner, is running to the other side. So I don't want to rush over to my sideline because then it's a wide open spot for them to attack. So I stay in the middle, make myself big, and I want to take this first ball. I almost am pretending that I'm playing singles. I want to take this first ball so Kyle can get established. Look right here. I'm in the middle. I want to protect my partner.
Go with the serve.
I get it. Then I move over.
Ooh.
Nice hands battle.
Again, initiating the speed up, but you're
go.
shaking your finger, Dom.
No.
We're up
He
7-4.
You can't hit
Who will
the
win?
left
I don't
hip
know.
on Tomasi because
go.
that's what he's going at right there. Is just that little backhand flip.
Misses
And the
serve.
problem is it's not a block from Tomasi.
No.
He's countering. He's on every one. He's getting it back to you just as hard as you're hitting it to him. It's just not a recipe for a win here.
They drop middle. Again, not dropping out wide ever. Uh-oh.
Oh,
Kazuda dropped his
I
paddle.
forgot
after
that
his counter.
happened. He dropped his paddle.
that would have become part of the court right there until Kazuda picked it up.
I dropped middle again, guys. Hope you're learning something. Look at the dinks. Look at the dinks. Out wide. Speed up.
That time it was
Idiot.
Tomasi going for the little
Dumb.
flip and
Oh.
sails deep.
A little stare down from Will Howes as Tomasi's not even trying to keep that ball in. He's trying to body up Howes right there. Either force a body shot or he's trying to force a
I
pop
tried
up
to
on a
tag him.
block.
Gotta flip that switch off. Don't let the switch happen. Stay
So
patient.
it's 4-7-1, a side out.
That's what
Kafka
most
with
people
the
struggle
serve.
with. They want to do too much.
Good hands there
Nice.
from Tomasi, and that's part of the lefty-righty
The
combination.
announcers are loving me. I'm loving
Usually
it.
in that uncoil,
All right,
you
let's
have
go.
a little bit of an opening there in the middle with the righty, but Tomasi taking that forehand and covering Kazuda as he uncoiled.
Good learning point here. I'll rewind after. Great learning point.
Oh,
Nice. Great, Kyle. Great job.
Tomasi
So,
you
great
have a
learning
little
point.
bit of an opening there in the middle with
Look, Will is hitting very. I picked up on this early in the match. When Will right here has a forehand and he's hitting his third shot drop, okay? Right here, when he's hitting his third shot drop with his forehand, he pushes it and carries it. This is something I picked up on the opponents early in the match. He carries it with his arm like this, okay? When the ball comes to his backhand, he's hitting very aggressive drops, a ton of spin, a ton of speed. The forehand is neutral. This backhand, he's very offensive. I pick up on this. Watch how I handle this ball. Watch my paddle. My paddle is sideways. If my paddle is straight down like I used to, I figured this out like 6 months ago. I made a video on it. If my paddle, here, let me grab this. Oop. If my paddle tip,
righty, but because
look right here. If my paddle tip is sideways like it is, the ball is going to short hop back and be unattackable. If I have it down, he's going to obliterate me. Watch my paddle tip. Let's see. It's down. Let's see. Look. Sideways. See that? Sideways scooping. If it's straight down, I have no chance. Instead, I'm sideways.
Tomasi taking
Goes
that
over. It's not
forehand,
attackable. We're into
covering
dinking.
Kazuda as he uncoiled.
That's a great point. Yeah,
Oh,
good.
Kazuda with the speed up right into the body of Kafka.
Let's go, Kobe.
It's a calculated speed
Yes,
up.
Sam,
He knows
yes.
exactly where he's going with that ball because he's got Kafka leaning to the middle, and he goes right hip. Perfect shot from Kazuda.
Yes, off the net. Love it.
Yeah, we talked about it before that Howes and Kafka can't try to power through Kazuda and Tomasi, and so far they haven't made that adjustment. Still trying to go.
I drop middle.
almost
Where
a
am I
little
dropping every
premature
time?
with the
Middle.
Speed up instead of developing the point a little bit more.
That's all right. Good miss, good miss. First drop,
Second
miss of the
serve
game.
here.
8-4-2.
It'll be Tanner Tomasi with it.
Drop middle again. Oh,
That time, immediately off the paddle, Tanner puts his hand up, apologizing to Howes because it hit him right in the shoulder.
That ball was going through
Yes.
the O in the
An owl.
an owl on the LED board back there.
oh, let's see. I got him.
instantly
It's a
off of
thud right now.
Off of
Oh,
Tomasi's
God.
paddle before it even hit Howells, he's apologizing.
It's a 9-4 lead
I did not mean
here
to do
in
that.
game number 1 for Tomasi and Kazuda.
Look at me moving the dinks, guys. Middle. Wide. Yes.
Cross court speed up. That's instant death right there. You're going to cross court speed up. You better be sure of it because right there, Kafka speeds up cross court at Tomasi, and Tomasi just puts it away flat. So it's that cross court flat put away.
10-4-2.
Don't
It's a
attack
game
cross
point
court. Attack
opportunity
middle,
here for
attack in
Tomasi
front of you.
and Kazuda.
Game point, guys.
Will
go.
Howells
Missed it wide.
missing it wide, and it's game 1 going the way of Tanner Tomasi and Kyle Kazuda playing here on championship court and
Nice.
proving very early on how much they belong. We'll have game 2 of the men's semifinals at an Owl APP Newport Beach Open when we return to Newport Beach.
All right, guys, any questions while we're in the downtime right here? I'll mute it. It's commercials. I'm not going to skip it. If anybody has any questions, ask now. Mr. Edelson, Jay Edelson, says, you guys are winning every hands battle. We are. Right now, we're just comfortable dinking till they attack us or we attack out of the air. Notice neither team is attacking balls off of the bounce. Off of the bounce is trouble in men's doubles. The people are just too quick. In mixed doubles, it's different. In men's doubles, you do not want to attack the ball off of the bounce unless you're really good at it. Nobody is really good at it except like a few people. You do not want to do it. Out of the air. Yeah, if anybody has any questions, I'll answer all questions now. The sorry hurt around the world. Yeah, I would never mean to hit somebody in the face full speed. Where do I get my haircut? I will only be answering pickleball-related question. More lefty tips. Play conservative, great idea. Yeah, Dan, we definitely want to be in long points. Difference between a good and bad speed up. Good question. Good speed ups are anything out of the air that are at the height of the net, or I'd say 6 inches below. A poor speed up is something off of the bounce or something at your shoelaces out of the air. Is it wrong to always be on the edge of the kitchen anticipating speed ups? If you know a speed up is coming, you want to be on the edge of the kitchen. Yeah. How do you keep your momentum between games? You see games change so quickly. Jim, so we end up losing this. Like I said, I didn't watch it, but I lived it. Yeah, we just didn't adjust. But yeah, they got the momentum. You'll see. I'm still struggling learning that myself. So drop middle. This is a good question. A ton of people ask me this. Why do you drop the ball middle? Every single time I'm dropping the ball middle here, it gets you up to the kitchen line safely. When you hit a third shot drop to the middle, the people don't have many angles. If the ball's middle and they try to hit an angle out wide, the ball is going to go out. If you drop the ball to the corner, it opens up a lot of angles. They can go down the line, middle, or sharp aggressive cross court. If you drop middle, they can only hit it back middle. They are not going to go wide. It is very safe. All right, here we go.
Kyle Kazuda winning game 1, 11-4.
And this is a little bit of frustration here from Will Howes.
Yeah, Ben.
Trying to
What's up, Francesca?
absolutely demolish that ball. Just pushes it a little wide.
Thanks,
See
Steve.
if Howes and Kafka can make an adjustment here in game 2 and kind of manipulate this point a little bit more.
I'll
and
answer
extend
more
it out.
questions on like a break, guys. I just don't
Before
want
we
to
get
talk
into game
during
2,
it unless
let's
it's
bring in
something
Dorian
learning.
Kraft, who has a little bit
Let's see.
more information on Tanner Tomasi. Get to know him better.
It's me.
Thanks, AJ. Dom and Chad have talked about
how the points are being constructed for Tomasi and Kazuda. And Tanner Tomasi actually revealed his decision-making process on his Instagram page, where he talked about what changed his game was realizing that pros he was playing against always took the first best shot. He said you always have 3 options as a player: the first best shot, the second best shot, and the third best shot. And as a player, when you consistently take that first best shot, that's going to add up over the course of the match, and more often than not, you're going to win.
And this is why he's got such good tips on his Instagram
Really good shot there.
about how to get better at pickleball, and it's helped him and his teammate get game 1 here in our men's doubles semifinals. Off to game 2.
I'm playing the next. I'm playing like the next 5 tournaments with Kyle, guys. We're gonna be playing a bunch of them together.
We talk about that all the time. Elongating points, especially when you're struggling, trying to pull the trigger a little too early.
He dropped middle.
These points a little longer. And what I want to see is Will Howes go a little more cross court to Kazuda.
Let's see the dink locations, guys. Let's see the dinks.
They've fed the beast in Tomasi right now, and it's not working. You have to get to the backhand of Kyle Kazuda cross court hard, try and pin him in a corner, and get Tomasi cold, because right now he's just hot.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing is you get frustrated because you're not able to play the game that you want as far as speed up, and then you speed more balls up because you're frustrated. So Howes and Kafka have to get out of that mentality a little bit right now.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that was good though. That's good though. Kyle was there, he just missed it.
In the middle right there, but paddle got behind him, and as
Perfect.
paddle got behind him, ball got behind him, and ball sails long.
It's a good point. Even though we lost it, that's a good point to lose. It was executed well.
Kazuda with the serve, 0-0-2.
Bad in the last second. Nice.
Good leave there.
So I did that where I dropped straight ahead and I looked to attack.
It's
He
just
hit it
pure
out.
frustration right now because Chad hit it on the head 2 points ago. When you want to come out and execute your game plan and your game plan doesn't work, how strong and level-headed can you be to change your game plan?
Well, that's a better spot there from Kafka going through the middle. Clash of paddles between Tomasi and Kazuda. But the other thing is, too, is that now Howes and Kafka have that wind behind them a little bit more, so they even need to be more compact and take better opportunities for those speed ups, because a lot of those balls are going to sail long now.
Second serve here for Howes.
I'll answer the questions in between, guys.
Yeah, Howes just,
good.
He continues to bring the ball back with him because he wants the ball in front of him, but right now it's not the right decision. He's got to go to pin Kazuda in that corner because right now Tomasi's just sitting dead red and he's reading every speed up too well.
And you just heard him after he hit that last one yelling at himself to stop flicking that backhand ball right there. Now we see a switch coming out, putting Kafka on the left.
Oh,
Kyle Kazuda,
that was nasty.
That's such an easy ball to get burned on too, right? Because he pulls that ball so hard cross court, and you could get caught watching your shot. Watch the footwork of Kazuda to slide to the middle. He's got his foot on the center line right there, takes that middle away.
Drop middle. Oh, this is a good point to learn from.
Howes keeping the pressure on in this point.
Great point to learn from. I remember this in the moment, and I was so angry with myself. I teach this. I got to watch my own videos. I'm not listening. Watch this. Just watch. Let's see it.
He's got his
I just want to show you.
Right foot on the center line right there, takes that middle away.
So look, I hit a high ball. Kyle hits a nice reset, kind of. We're on defense right now, guys. We're on defense. Look. Just watch. Look, that's 1. We get it back. That's 2. We get it back. Then I run in like a foolish person. Why? I lost my cool. The moment got too big. I'm like, oh, let me go. Like, my brain just shut off. If this is a rec match and there's no pressure, it's not to get to the finals of a tournament, I'll stay back here all day resetting. All day resetting. Instead, look, that's high, and I'm in a full sprint. That is so stupid. Let's see what Kyle does. Kyle stays there. Kyle split-stepping. I'm running in like a moron. I deserve to lose that. The moment got too big. Bad by me. Hope you can learn from it.
Finds a spot there behind Tomasi to
Look, I'm
push them
saying
on
right
their
there. What are
second
you doing?
serve.
Look at this. Don't even show it. I sprint in like an idiot. Yeah. look at
Just inside the baseline.
Point.
that. I drop straight ahead.
And
I'm
then
waiting for the
dink
bait.
left short.
Well,
Waiting for the
look at
attack.
Tomasi grab that ball and almost a slow jog back to the baseline because they cannot wait to serve the next ball.
Good. Yes.
Well, now perhaps a bit unexpectedly.
I
for
wish
those
we won
who've been
this
watching
game.
the APP Tour, they're in a rhythm.
It's the baseball version of you're fighting at the bat rack, right? Like
I was going to say, you're fighting in the back rack. I'm trying to get the ball back from the catcher as fast as I can to keep my timing going and throw it off on the hip.
Yep.
Yeah, as a hitter, you're fine.
Good, that's fine.
Like, I can see this guy.
That's a good miss. That's a good miss from Kyle. I like that all day. That's a great miss from Kyle. Those situations where we've been winning the hands. Stay in the hands
commentating
battles.
crew, both Dom and Chad,
Yes.
playing plenty of years of baseball.
0-4.
Dropping
you'll
a lot
hear
of
a lot of
baseball
those.
references, yes.
You'll hear a lot of those.
So the difference there for Kazuda, we saw a couple of balls through the middle, and he already had that wrist kind of hooked, and the paddle face was in front. This time he lays the hand back. You see that paddle face go up to the sky, and then he tries to hit through. That causes that ball to go flat and sail deep.
That's a good pressure dink there from Will Howell.
Nice aggressive dink from Will
what
there.
he needs to do.
Good
That's a
timeout
nice shot.
here from Kazuda and Tomasi. Trying to cut down
Let's hear
and
it.
slow down the momentum of Howes and Kofka. The last 2 points, Howes has gotten a little bit of pep back in his step, where the first 4, he was like flat-footed, straight-legged.
Hitting dead dinks in the net.
And we talked about Will Howells as one of those.
All right, I'm going to pause it real quick. I just want to tell you what we're saying in the timeout. If I could go back in time, hindsight's always 20/20, but I want to tell you what should have happened now that I've lost and I'm looking back on it. We're in this timeout. We won the first game 11-4. We're the underdogs. We smoked them. Game 2, we're up 4-2. They're making a comeback, kind of, not really. What needs to happen here is we say the wrong thing. We say we need to stop being so aggressive. This is what we say here. We say we have to stop being so, during the timeout, we have to stop being so aggressive. We have to stop attacking balls that are foolish, like out of the air. We have to stop. We need to keep dinking one more ball until we get the good opportunity to speed it up out of the air. We have to slow our game down, be more passive, and wait for the opportunity. That's the complete wrong mindset. What we should have said was, you know what? We're the underdogs. We won the first game 11-4. They're feeling pressure. Let's make them feel more pressure. Let's come in hot. Let's start driving more third shots. And when we're at the kitchen, let's try to speed points up. We take the wrong approach. We needed to go faster. The reason is, when you're in a hands battle, like Kyle, like you saw my partner, he lost 2 hands battles, but he was winning them all day. We can't let those 2 hands battles define our game plan and switch everything up to being more passive. Instead, we need to put the pressure on them and be more attacking. But instead, we all right, let's soften up. Bullish. Go more aggressive. They have all the pressure on them. If they lose this, they're out.
Across the net,
but instead, we soften up. Bad.
He really shows that emotion when he plays, and so when he starts to get in this rhythm, right now it almost switches where he's the one who's like, okay, I got it back. Here we go, and you can see that.
Well, that's why Chad said that's a brilliant timeout at a perfect time, right? As soon as they see he's got that bounce in his step,
Joseph, a timeout is the way I would
try and
reset.
break the rhythm up here and see if they can slow this down.
Veteran move from Kazuda and Tomasi, who took game 1 11-4, have a 4-2 lead here in game 2. If they win this, they move on to the gold medal match here at the Owl APP Newport
this hurts
Beach
to know
Open.
we lost this.
A lot on the line for both.
Will be played later tonight.
Which
We're
will be
running
played later
through
tonight.
all day today.
Stay
go.
locked in right here.
Under the lights tonight.
Your Saturday night has been planned for you. You're welcome. Join us here. We're going to have a lot of fun.
Time in.
There'll probably be some great pickleball also.
Good. Thanks, Ollie. Thanks, Jim. Here's a good learning point right here. I want to show you guys this. Ooh, he's looking for it. He's looking for it. Good, that's great.
At that point, so different from Howells and Kafka.
The big thing that there was probably 6 balls that Will Howells moved.
I want to show you guys. This is a great learning point right here. Let me just go back for a second. I just want to show you a little pattern. That point was good. I want to show you a pattern for all the lefties out there that are watching. This is for you. This is something that I have a ton of success with, and this is what I look for every rally that I play. If you're a lefty, do this. Let's see, right here. Okay, right here. Look, where am I going? I am dinking to the middle, okay? To hit Will's right here. You guys can see my mouse? Yeah, you can. Okay. As a lefty, this just, if you're a lefty, listen to this. I like to dink, and so you know if you're ready for defense. Okay. If I have the ball, I like to throw dinks straight ahead from my foot to their foot here. My foot to their foot here. Ideally, I want them to bounce. Let's see how many I do. Look, again. I go again. Yeah. So that one was a little wide, but I like to go straight ahead. And this is the reason, okay? When I go straight ahead, like if they feed into it, it's perfect for me. It's hard to hit the ball low, straight ahead like that. I've practiced it, so I'm comfortable with it. But for somebody that doesn't know what I'm doing on the other side, it's like it feeds you right into it, and that's how we won a lot. When I dink straight ahead, it gives me the option of this. So check this out. So straight ahead. If they leave it up a little bit, trying to come straight back to me, it's like a cat and mouse game. I can flick it with a speed up through the middle. Flick it. It's really hard to read a speed up through the middle, especially since I'm lefty. A lot of people don't see the lefty speed up. However, if I can't speed it up, I can actually, let me go on the computer for this one. So if I don't speed it up, so let's say I get the ball right here, middle, after 1 or 2, he hits it high. I can flick it through the middle, bam. Or if I'm able to catch it out of the air, I'll actually redirect it. So like with my paddle cupped, look here when he hits it to me, to this corner. And when I redirect it to this corner, look, he's this far in the middle. If I redirect it to that corner, it's a phenomenal Ernie opportunity. So I either middle. I either flick speed up. Okay, I don't get it. Middle. Okay, I'm able to take it out of the air. I redirect it to this corner. Then I set up an Ernie to jump the kitchen. My partner's there to cover. That is a gigantic pattern that I follow the most as a lefty. Okay. Let's get this. We already saw this point.
Big thing that there was probably 6 balls that Will
that is
Howells
very
moved
good.
the ball around instead of that backhand
All
flick.
right, we're at 4-3. We're at 4-3. Will drops middle.
Good adjustment there from Howells. You could almost tell that there's a little bit of tension where he's like, oh, I want to speed this up so bad right now.
Yes.
Kafka can't get the paddle out of the way.
I was almost going to say it to
Got lucky.
He's almost throwing bait balls.
Yeah.
For him to speed
Absolutely.
up. He's just teasing them right there. And Howells did not bite. Right there, they do get away with one, though, as Kafka, trying to get his paddle down, goes off the edge guard.
Look, Wills drops the middle. Hope you guys learn. Drop middle. Stop dropping wide. I promise you.
Side out.
That time, cross
We like that. We like that.
A little bit short.
I thought
Rolls off the net cord.
Howells was going to wait a little bit longer to try to go around the post.
Will's a
there.
fantastic player. He does not miss
thought
dinks
that,
often. He is fantastic. So any misses is like, wow, he missed it. Thank God.
Side out here, but quickly on
Missed
their
a drop
second
there.
serve are Kazuda and Tomasi.
Even after that timeout, it looked like Tomasi and Kazuda came out a little tighter, a little right there.
I missed 2
2/3
drops in a row.
From Tomasi.
That can never
Almost
happen.
Feeling a little bit more pressure, even though it's still got a 1-point lead.
Yeah, that you will never make it far if you
3-4-1,
miss
the
2
score
drops
for
in a row.
Howells.
That's why I didn't win this game. Not actually. You know what I mean. Gotta make drops. Let's see where I dink. Wide. That's too wide. Does he go wide again? No, he goes middle. Middle. Wide. Middle.
Again with the ball movement.
Don't miss.
There, off the paddle.
long game.
It was a good point, though.
Yep.
And they're doing a good job of not hitting to the same spot, 3-4 times. It's kind of 2 balls to a spot, move it around.
4-4-1.
Ties things up here in game number 2. Will Howells with the serve.
Will drops middle, guys. It's 4-4 right now, guys. Yes, denied, baby. Love that. Let's just watch that. This is literally my signature shot. Flick, bam. Watch. Flick. Watch, watch, watch. I notice my partner's ball goes high. Let's watch that one more time. Look. Wait. I'm reading right here. I'm looking at my partner. I'm not looking straight ahead. Look, I see his dink is high. I instantly am shifting. Get ready to counter. I'm reading my partner's ball. As soon as he hits it, I am reading him. I am not playing a different game looking the other way. I'm looking at my partner. He goes for the flick. I jump, hit down. There's no chance he's getting that back.
Oh, he tried one flick.
All right. He's testing the waters there. Okay, that's fine, right? You've been so patient. Test the waters.
That was
okay,
good, guys.
fine.
That
Now
felt
let's
good. I
tuck it
remember
back
that.
in our back pocket and put that shot away for about another 5 minutes. Except for this one.
Side out.
Straight leg.
Stood straight up.
We got lucky on that one. We'll miss the drive. That's
And into the net, so it's a side
a
out
rare
here.
occurrence.
4-4-1.
nice.
Cross court.
Kyle,
Cross-court speed
phenomenal
up.
middle coverage. Where's his paddle? Look. Look, look, look. Guys, look at Kyle's paddle. My partner, look. Wait. Look where his paddle is. It's down the middle. His paddle's not here. It's here. It's ready for that exact scenario. And he's on it.
Cross court.
Cross-court speed up. Death for your partner.
Perfect.
Pretty
Great
much
job.
every time, especially at this level, right? Because your opponent
Well,
knows.
you're giving your opponent time to react by going the further distance,
Perfect.
which is cross court, and then your partner gets the shorter distance counter attack right into their chest.
So Kazuda and Tomasi take the lead back here in game number 2.
Stop.
That time it was the speed up initiated by
My
Tomasi,
brain.
and Howells was
Turn
ready
off
for
the
it.
switch.
Tomasi with a heat check there, trying to see if he can get Will Howells sleeping, but
Foolish.
Will's hands up to the task.
Don't speed up off the bounce. I hope you're
I've been
learning.
trying to do
Don't
that. I'm
speed up
ready.
off the bounce.
Ready for
Only
the
out
speed
of the
He
air.
wants it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh.
That's
That
nice.
time,
Change
though,
of spot,
Tomasi
though.
got him.
Change of spot, change of angle. So the
Yep.
previous speed of Tomasi went straight ahead. Howes gets on top of it, punches it straight back. This time,
Yeah, good learning point here. The announcers are saying it too. So, guys, what did I just do? I sped up off the bounce at will and got denied. So let's see what
Ready for
happens.
speed up.
Because he wants it.
Yeah.
Right here, look. Right here, out of the air. Bam. So I'm not going to speed up to the same spot. I went upper chest off the bounce. He denied me. I'm not going to go through the middle because I've already got denied there twice. Now, bam, where do I speed up? I speed up off the court where this ball is probably going out, but I'm hitting it as hard as I can into his body where his paddle, he has to go, he's here. Look at his paddle, he's here. I want him to go here. This ball's probably going out, but it's so fast. Look.
That
See?
time,
change
though,
of spot,
Tomasi
though.
got him.
Change of spot, change of angle. So the
Yep.
previous
Ryan, he
speed
said,
of
"You are him.
Tomasi
Let's
went
go."
straight ahead. Howes gets on top of it, punches it straight back. This
Change
time,
of attacks,
he
guys.
takes
Next
that
level
ball,
thinking.
goes to-
It's a cat and mouse game the entire time you're playing. If I just attacked here, I think he's covering here. Let me try here. Now the opponent's thinking the same thing. I know I got denied here. I got denied here. Now I'm going to attack him here.
the left
It's all
hip.
that.
Howes follows with it, but as he does, the angle changes. He tries to punch it back, takes that ball out wide.
Kyle drop middle. We're all dropping middle, guys. Yeah, good. I'm getting tight just watching.
Again, Howells.
Let me see what happened there. I'm talking. I gotta see. It's a good attack. Wrong spot. Stupid. Look, it's a good attack by me. Look, 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 look. Let's see. Stop. It's out of the air. It's about 6 inches below the height of the net. This is this is fine. This is a good attack. I'll do this 10 out of 10 times. I go, look, you already see this. You see Patrick here. This is Patrick Kalka, the opponent right here. Look at him. He's shifting middle. He recognizes that he hit a bad dink. He's 2 steps off the line, ready to cover middle. I attack in Will's wheelhouse. Will has a next level backhand. I'm attacking high to his backhand. That's the stupidest spot. Look, bam, right into his backhand. If I go back in time, this is probably a momentum shifter. Look, I go back in time. I need to attack middle. I need to attack right here, right down the middle. Attack that. That's really hard because then there's a gray area of, do I take it? Does my partner take it? Where if I attack at Will's shoulder like I did, his outside shoulder, he knows if he doesn't hit this ball, they lose the point. But if I go down the middle, they might think, oh, well, my partner might hit it, so maybe I won't. But instead, I go right into his wheelhouse. Dumb. Middle to middle. I've done that a million times. I did the wrong thing in the wrong moment. Gotta go middle to middle. I think I'm saying that there. Good shot.
Patrick Kafka with the serve.
Yeah.
Trailing by 2.
Second serve.
Third shot drive into the net.
I'll answer all questions in between, guys. In between on timeouts, I'll answer all questions.
And so again, he's shaking his head too. He knows he's a little cold right now.
Will drops the middle, guys. Drop the ball to the middle of the court. Oh, God.
Good move.
Perfectly executed from Will Howells.
He's been looking for it for about the past 5 shots, or 5 points.
Yeah, Howells watches Tomasi's head go down, changes the paddle angle to go down the line, and just that one-step jump.
Side out.
Same
It's
guy.
like, okay, if I can't do this speed up, I've got
He
the
missed the serve. It evens out.
Guy
It
right
evens
there
out.
who does that beautiful Ernie and then hits a serve out.
Lapse of concentration right there.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So I thought about it after. I think personally this was a momentum changer in the match right here.
Second serve.
great
I'm not too sure why Kazuda didn't hit that. Perfect spot there from Tomasi.
Look.
Right into
watch,
the right.
watch where I flick. So I flick. He goes to cover middle. I flick line. Watch where I flick.
Yep.
Look, I flick all the way. Look, I catch him. Look at this. Kyle thought the ball was going out. But look, it's a meatball.
Defends it.
It was just lucky reaction from Patrick, which is good. He's that level of a player. But
Kazuda
I thought I made the
that
right,
was going
the right
deep,
ball.
but
I felt they got
Catch
some momentum
Kafka
from
on
that,
the
yeah.
uncoil, but he's ready for it, and it's a
They
side
got
out.
it.
Yeah, nice counter there from Kafka. I think that point before, I think Kazuda thought that ball was hit a lot harder than
All
it
right,
was. The
timeout.
ball just dropped about 3 feet in.
So
Yeah.
a timeout called on the court as game 2 much tighter here in Newport Beach than
Let's see
game
what they have
1
to say.
was. Gives us a chance to bring you up to speed on our APP UTR pickleball.
All right, so they're talking nonsense right now. So in this timeout, we do the same thing. Right now, Kyle and I, you watch our videos, you see we both have very analytical brains. We break the game down. We do everything great. In this moment, I just think we just lost it from us, and we both didn't know what to do. We're both like, we said the wrong thing. We said, you know what? We're attacking too much. We got to go slow. We got to do this. No, put pressure on them. Hands battles, we were winning all day. Now, like, we're going away from our game plan. Be aggressive. 6-5, it's tight. Be aggressive. This is the time to shine. This is when you stop the momentum and get it back. But instead, we just play more passive and let them take it.
We talk
Let's
about
see.
that all the time, taking your opponent out of their rhythm, and that's exactly what they're doing right now. But it's going to be nip and tuck to the end
I gotta
here,
turn on the
think,
fan.
in
I'm
game number
sweating. Just
2.
watch it.
But obviously, Howells and Kafka need this one to force a third game.
well, especially when the strength of Kazuda and Tomasi isn't the speed up, it's the counter. It's almost at times Tomasi and Kazuda have become impatient now that these points are longer.
And
So
you
that was
saw
good. He just was on
a
it.
little help off the net cord for Kafka, but exactly what you're talking about, Chad. It's this time it's Tomasi and Kazuda initiating the speed up.
That was a good initiate. I'm fine with that.
Ties us up here in
Out of
game
the air,
number
I'm
2.
always
Will
fine with.
Howells, the former Notre Dame tennis player,
Second
with the
serve.
serve, and it's
Another
deep.
serve.
Back-to-back missed serves from Will Howells. He's had some moments of really great play here in this second game, but some unforced errors as well.
Oh, don't miss a dink.
Tomasi, that's
Flat
about
foot.
that's about 4 balls or dinks actually that he's put into the net
Oh, God.
in this second game.
7-6-2.
Don't miss dinks, guys. Don't miss dinks.
Side out.
Missed the drop, though. I mean, he's giving it. They're giving us
So
the
it's a
door.
7-6
You got to take
lead
it.
for Howells and Kafka before they
That's
have
it.
to give the ball
6,
back
7, 1.
to Tomasa and Kazuda. It's the
Drop
first
middle.
time they've led here in this second game, and Howells with the hands.
That goes left hip there.
6, 7,
Tomasi
2.
wants that ball. This one just a little too flat.
Side out.
And again,
Yeah.
Howells gets his paddle out there, really quick forehand.
And all of a sudden, the pace here now from Kafka
That's
and
another
Howells
point
is
I think we
putting
should have won. We just
a
made the
little bit
mistake.
of pressure here on Tomasi and Kazuda.
Chance to extend this lead here in game number 2 for Howells and Kafka.
Let's see.
Yeah,
Me and Kyle
good.
both are just
Hot
breaking
thinking
down right
right
now. The moment is just, moment's too big right now for us.
And a timeout called on the court. Kazuda and Tomasi feel that tension, whereas Howells and Kafka seem to have found a rhythm, Dom.
So it's the difference of who's been here before, who's been in this position. Both Howells and Kafka have been in this position before, trying to punch a ticket to the gold medal match. And on the flip side of it, Kazuda and Tomasi have not been here, right? So they don't know what they need to do, and they know what they need to do. But again, if you've not been in that position before, you can get a little tight, and that's exactly what we're seeing right now in the second game from Kazuda and Tomasi. Game 1, they played loose, free, or on top of the speed ups, but right now Howells and Kafka have dictated pace, and now you're seeing Howells take a little bit.
So the way we're playing, when we came into this match, we started like we have nothing to lose. Let's go in, let's attack, let's counter, let's do it. Now we won a game. So now we feel like we do have something to lose. So we get tight. You can't. You have
More
to stay in that
chances.
free. Somebody told me this quote. I forget who, and I like loved it. I forget if it was a tennis player or somebody. But they're like, if we win this match, great. If we lose this match, when I go home tomorrow, I'm still going to play pickleball and get ready for the next one. Like, there's no pressure. I'm just putting the pressure on myself. Win or lose, I'm still going to go to the courts, play and practice. So just play free. There's another tournament next week.
on
Who
those little
cares?
speed ups, and he's got Tomasi
Got to
a
get
couple
loose.
times.
The risks seem to be more calculated right now than they were in game 1 for Will Howells, and it has led to a 2-point lead here in game number 2. Dorian, you broke down how this partnership came to be earlier in this match. What have you seen develop since?
Well, I'm sitting right behind where Patrick Kafka and Will Howells just
Yeah,
came to
Ryan.
the side of their bench, and there was tons of positivity over here. Will Howells saying every single point. Patrick Kafka telling him it was a good ball, good spot, just
Oh,
like
that's
that
sick.
as that one continues.
Second serve.
And these two
Guys, I
really
gotta show
feeling
that.
the momentum
Let's
shift.
see that.
Just like that is that
Look at this.
single point.
Look at these hands, guys.
Patrick
Look at these
Kafka
hands.
telling him it was a good ball, good spot, just like that as that one continues.
Second serve.
And these two really
Okay.
feeling the momentum shift.
And you can see it on the court, not just in the way the ball is being played,
announcer
but in
said,
the communication
"Okay, you
between
got that."
partners.
That last counter there from Tomasi,
8-6-2.
he got it off the edge guard, goes just on the sideline.
Point. That time,
Good
third
spot.
shot drive. Yeah, straight in between what we
Well,
affectionately call the point of contention.
yeah,
Chad.
and that one, a big serve, shorter return. Kafka does a better job moving his feet this time on the drive, and that's what
bad.
we typically see from Howells and Kafka. Shake and bake, big drive, crash behind, put the pressure on. Now what that's done is because they've elongated some of these points, Tomasi and Kazuda kind of got back on their heels a little bit, and this is a time where Howells and Kafka can add a little bit more pace to it.
Game point opportunity here for Howells and Kafka.
Oh,
Said
no.
the dink left a little bit short.
All right, all right.
So it'll be a side out here. Tomasi and Kazuda would love to complete this comeback so they don't have to play a third game. But Howells and Kafka have had the rhythm here.
Gotta
in
stay
game
down. I'm
number
popping
2,
up. Gotta stay
especially
down.
in the back half of it. After trailing 4-0 to start, they have a 10-6 lead. Second serve here for Kazuda and Tomasi.
Got to drive more. I drove the ball there.
Oh,
We won the
nice.
point. Look, I drive the ball. Chaos starts. We win the point. Kyle makes a great play, but we're winning the point on chaos. That's good.
Kazuda all
Don't
over
drop
that
it.
Ernie
Gotta get in
from
there.
Will Howells, great job. Kafka just about a half step behind this.
If that ball bounces, no way for Kazuda to catch up
Great
to it.
from Kyle.
What
Great.
saved him was taking that out of the air.
Moving the dinks around.
Baited him into that little extended backhand flick. There's no
reason.
Yeah, but I'm saying there's no power behind that because Howes is fully extended. We've already seen that.
Oh my God, I thought my computer just turned off. I've had that in the past where it just shuts down, so thank God we're still here.
Kazuda and Tomasi are looking for that.
Will Howes knew that was coming, set himself up in the middle, and finished with the winner.
Kazuda got tied up right there. Tries to block and reset it, but just pops it up.
So it's another game point opportunity here for Howes and Kafka. It's going to be Patrick Kafka with the serve to try and finish up this second game.
Nice.
And Howes and Kafka
was a good point. It was a good point.
persist in game 2, showing patience, perseverance, and getting the win.
All right, guys, game 3's coming up. If you have any questions, let me know.
Winner.
I'll mute it right now. If you have any questions, type them. I will answer them to my best ability. But, yeah, the games are going good. I mean, we won the first game 11-4. Second game, we're up 4-0. That is when you have to step on the gas. We tightened up, shortened up, and just did the complete opposite. I mean, like I said, I feel like the moment got too big, and Kyle and I, both of our brains shut off and just didn't think logically. If I'm an outsider looking in, I would say, like, dude, what are you doing? You're up 4-0 in the second. Foot on the gas. You're the underdogs. Do I ever dink with two hands on my backhand? Vince, I do dink with two hands on my backhand. I'm not as comfortable with it. Only if the ball is very out wide, I'll do that. And a high pressure situation like this, no. Just because I'm not confident in it yet. I am certain I've seen him mention it several. I think if you guys had matching uniforms, you could have won gold. Van de Deyen, I agree. Got to get the matching uniforms. Never speed up off the bounce, just because lower success rate shot. I definitely hit winners off the bounce. It's more dependent on the bounce height. Yeah, I mean, Aaron, if it's a really high ball, speed it up off the bounce. But like as you can see, these dinks are like 3 inches off the ground. Nobody's putting anything on them, just because the game is just it's a big moment. So everybody's playing more passive. Speeding up off the bounce, it's just way easier to cover, and it's really hard to keep the ball in effectively if it's not a high ball. You only want to dink and speed up out of the air. If you have it off the bounce, sure, do it, but definitely that should not be your base strategy, unless you're really good at it. For shorter balls, do you drop fifth shot cross court or still go middle? I normally always go middle. Yeah, unless I can be really aggressive. How much practice did you have before this tournament? I practiced with Kyle for like 3 rec games the day before. So we had like virtually no practice together. So the fact we made it this far with no practice is good. If there's one thing you could tell somebody missing third shot drop short, what would it be? Just miss high. David, it's just the wrong mindset. If you're missing third shot drops into the net, your mindset is to hit a drop and get all the way to the net. Just shift your mindset to drop and get to the midcourt. Reset, then go to the net. It's just the wrong mindset. Miss high and hit it. Just like know that you're gonna hit a reset, so you might as well miss high. So never drop out wide. Aggie, you can. I just don't recommend it. It's just when you drop out wide, you're giving your opponent angles to work with. Dropping middle is safe. Like I said, I'm doing it, my partner's doing it, and the opponents are doing it. There's a reason. Did I play any other racket sports besides pickleball? I played tennis in high school.
Here in game number 2 to force a decisive game 3.
Didn't take any of the bait, right, Chad? I mean, they were offered the bait early on.
So I think, guys, real quick, I think this is a replay. I think we do win this game if we just win our hands battles. I feel like the moment we just started losing hand battles just from getting tight mentally. I think we win this game all day if we've been to the semis before. We're cool, we're calm, we're collected. Just the moment got too big. That's what happened for me. Brian, ambidextrous,
kind of,
can't do it.
Put a little bit more pressure on, add a little bit more power.
All right,
so
game 3, guys.
If we're talking
for
about
all the
start of
marbles.
Game 3 right here, we have to see Hausen and Kafka extend these points. Kazuda and Tomasi need to
Start,
choose,
let's
if
go.
they are going to become impatient and speed up, they have
I should
to
be getting
choose
fired up
better
right now,
spots.
too. I'm just like,
Quick
focus,
side
let's
out
win.
to
No,
start
get
game
fired up,
number
let's go.
3, and it's going to be Tanner Tomasi with the serve.
That was it, though. That's the opportunity.
Yes. That's a phenomenal point.
Change of direction
Fantastic
there from
point,
Kyle
guys.
Kazuda.
I mean, Kazuda with the half scorpion right there as the ball gets sped up right at him. He gets below the ball and on top of it.
Great point.
Squat position and keeps that ball in.
And really threw his shoulder into that move, putting the ball.
That's something that I actually haven't mentioned to Kyle yet, but I want to mention to him. This ball,
And keeps that
he
ball in.
has to attack
And
this
really
ball.
threw
Look
his
at this. He
shoulder
drops it.
into that move.
Has to attack this. He has to go in. I want to mention this. Somebody remind me. Mention Kyle this. This ball, he needs to go in and frickin' just slam it, attack it. But instead, he resets it. Look, he's resetting. Look, resetting from up there. If Kyle shifts his mindset from passive to aggressive, he frickin' maybe wins that point. We're initiating a speed up. We're like, boom, let's go. We got firepower. But he resets it. Gets us
Putting
into the
ball
net, which is
exactly where he
fine,
wanted it.
but I think there was an
Him and his
opportunity to
partner,
win there.
1-0 lead
Those
here in game
small
number 3.
windows
Winner
are
of
the
which
difference.
will play for a gold medal later tonight under the lights in Newport Beach.
Point.
We missed the dig anyway,
Little
so
tap
maybe
on
I'm
that
wrong.
Forehand dig there from
We'll take it.
Kafka.
But yeah, those are the
We
balls.
haven't even mentioned it yet.
Minor
Is it
things.
Sides? Our
Thanks,
sides
Jim.
favorable because both teams won.
This
I dropped
is-
middle.
Side here.
Oh, I
the
missed middle.
side closest to us, what I've seen all
My
morning,
third
has
missed
been
drop.
the easiest side to play with because you're playing with the wind.
Not
Which is
giving
at the
myself a
bottom of your
chance. Not
screen
giving
there.
Kyle a chance. That's
out.
2 in
Just
a
as
row.
you say that, Tomasi dumps an easy third into
I
the
missed
net.
4 drops
So
this
it'll be a
game so
side
far.
out here.
And they were
Howells
both in a row.
Kafka have trailed to start every single game so far.
Thanks, Evelyn.
Ooh,
Ooh,
yes,
tweener.
from Kafka.
Wow.
And then Tanner Tomasi finishes it. But what a tweener.
Again,
Patrick
though,
Kafka
Look at this.
seamless with it.
the backhand flick from
Nice.
Howells, it hasn't been working, still doesn't work right there by catching the net cord.
Good. Look at the dinks, guys. We're doing good. Looking good right now.
Howells goes
Tanner.
for the Ernie and
Stop going to
Kafka
the
there
line.
to cover and put it away.
Oh, that's
Gotta dig
made.
more
That
middle.
point is made by Patrick Kafka, sliding over. Watch this. Watch him read his partner go. He slides over in the middle and takes away that counter. Beautifully done by Kafka.
So gets the ball back on their side. Howells and Kafka
1-2-2.
trailing 1-2.
Oh, too big.
I've practiced that shot so many times.
So
In the moment, I
mentioned that
tightened up.
Kafka and Howells have started every game trailing. It was 3-0 in the first game, 4-0
Practiced
in the
that
second game.
so many
This is
times.
the earliest they have tied it up so far here in this men's semifinals match. Hoping to have this one turn out like game 2 for them.
Great. That's fine.
Speed up
That
initiated
point we
by
should have won.
Kazuda
That's
and
totally fine.
Patrick
Patrick
Kafka
had great hands.
rising to the challenge.
Well, I mean, Howell's pumped up on that, but the fact that he's saying all day. I don't know if it's been happening all day.
The announcer.
Maybe he's telling
But
him
the-
you've got that all day.
But the fact of the matter is that it's just
The
got to get out
announcer.
of that rhythm right there. And Kazuda can't get attacked like that. He's got to get that ball down.
Well, he also, if he is going to take that ball, he has to go outside the right hip of Kafka because Kafka's sitting heavy backhand,
Oh, 10.
looking for that quick flick on the counter.
That time the quick flick working for Will Howells, and they have a 4-2 lead.
Oh, no.
Compounding
You can't do
errors,
that.
guys.
Not in this situation. You can't give away free points.
Compounding errors. Each point holds the same weight. You cannot make errors based on previous points. Something I struggle with. Good. Yes, that's good though. That's fine. Kyle was there. That's fine. I gave him the third Ernie of the game.
We'll go
it's not
into
fine.
The change right
Kyle
here.
did good there.
Kazuda, Tomasi need to tighten up those lug nuts on the wheels before it completely falls off here in game 3.
The wheels are falling off.
The end change. It is Howells and Kafka with the 6-2 lead. Gives us a chance to introduce you to somebody very special. This week's
all right, guys, it's a 6-2 at the switch. I muted it. If anybody has any questions, I'll gladly answer now, just while we get it going. Ryan, if I'm saying your name right, Schimmel, said, any advice on backhand drops? I'm fairly consistent with forehand, but not so much backhand. Ryan, watch my video. I'll put out another one for you. I'll make one specifically. Just know it's for you. I'm just kidding. But, yeah, the backhand drop, you have to line up the feet. Watch how everybody in this match is hitting the backhand. All of our feet is lined up. Hey, Tanner, I'm a huge fan of all your content. Thanks. Oh, hey, Benjamin. Thank you very much for that, Ben.
Here for Howells and Kafka.
Thank you, Benjamin.
6-2 at the
Is it good to hit topspin dinks? Carson, certain scenarios, I hit left spin just to be more consistent.
Well, again, they've been patient. They're not really getting any premature speed ups or anything like that. They're elongating the points and then going when they can, just like that. That's a great step in there.
Yeah, we got to be aggressive.
Howells. He's on bounds.
We have the wrong
two-handed
game plan.
backhand right at the body of Kazuda.
So it's a 7-0 run that Howells and Kafka are working on here after starting down 2-0.
They won 7 points in a row.
In rhythm.
I almost had that.
Beautiful Ernie from Will Howells. Great coverage by Kafka.
That was good. I mean, I gave Will 3 Ernies. Kyle just gave him 1.
The difficulty here, too, is when they're going down the line, they haven't pulled Howells away from that line.
What the announcer's saying. Yes.
They're trying to go at the left foot of Kafka where Howells was coming over and taking that. Now Kafka is staying there, taking those balls. It's leaving Howells in the position to be able to go for that Ernie.
That's a good attack by me. I just missed it. But that is the right attack. I had the ball.
He's stopped right now.
No, they're just playing really well. They're not pulling the trigger. You think
learning
that
a lot,
they'd be
guys.
pulling
Learning
the trigger
a
a
lot.
lot
Hope you
here
are
right
too.
now. As you just saw a 32-shot rally. That
32
last
shot
one.
rally.
Elongating these points out there. That's been a definition for success for Howells and Kafka here in Game 2 and continuing into Game 3.
What? 9-2 lead here, Chad. What do they need to do to close this game out?
No, and I was going to say, right here toward the end of Game 2 and into Game 3, the difference being is that Howells is allowing Kafka to play a lot more with those backhand dinks, pushing them out wider to Tomasi, setting Howells up in position right there, where early on, Howells was looking to do a little too much. He was coming over, taking a lot of those balls on the forehand, pushing it out, looking for that backhand flick.
Yeah, Ben, that's good then.
Now, come to realize that
Carson,
they don't have to force the issue.
Sure.
We should have been doing anything differently right now, guys. We were doing everything the wrong way right now.
And it's enough. You don't have to put the pressure on.
9-2.
You've already got enough pressure on
What
your
happened?
opponents, and they're trying to get out
I
of it
blink
by,
and the game's
by,
over.
You know, speeding up from balls that aren't really there.
Another elongated point here. And then
Hit the net.
finally, Will Howells
I wasn't on it anyway, but it hit the net.
pulls the trigger, hits the body of Tomasi, and sets up a match point.
Well, and this is the thing here as well. A lot of the times these players want to have flashy points. You want to have something that's like wow factor when you end it.
No need.
No. Patience is the hardest thing in pickleball.
And what do you and I talk about all the time, though, Chet, is the winning teams play boring pickleball.
Yeah.
Most of them play boring pickleball, right? They grind you out. They don't make mistakes. They keep the ball in play.
Tomasi and Kazuda, though, with the ball back on their side and a chance to get back in this third game.
That was Kyle's
But on
ball.
to their second
Foolish
serve
by
after
me.
The quick flip off the
The
paddle.
mental
Will
state right
Howells.
now is not at an all-time high. Going for too
Playing
much.
with the lead right now. He's going to
Thanks,
pull the
Chris.
trigger a little sooner now.
Like, how do we
With a
lose
good
that?
lead,
That's not
so
Kyle's
no
fault. That's
points
just
added for
everything's
Kazuda
going
and
against us
Tomasi.
right now. Our
Instead,
mental
it's a
state is
second
not high.
Match point opportunity here for Will Howells and Patrick Kafka.
Well, that service game lasted about 10 seconds before they got the side out back.
Some of the points feel like they have lasted longer.
Yes, David, for sure. Hit the net again.
And Howells
Not that I was going to do
finishes
anything,
off
but
with
it hit the
the
net.
signature flick to get him and Patrick Kafka to the gold medal match. Will Howells and
Oh my
Patrick
gosh.
Kafka moving on here at the OWL APP Newport Beach Open in men's doubles. We'll hear from the winners when we come back to Southern California.
Let's hear from the winners. Guys, All Mike Pickleball just sent $50. All Mike, thank you very much. He said, can you watch my breakdown of our singles match afterwards? Guys, quick little thing about All Mike Pickleball. Mike, thank you very much for the $50 donation. That was very unnecessary, and I'm very thankful for that. That's actually huge. Thank you, Mike. Today is my dad's birthday. It is 6:17 right now. We're going out to dinner in like 25 minutes. However, guys, like I said, this guy, All Mike Pickleball, he's an up-and-coming content creator. If you guys want to check him out, check out All Mike Pickleball. He came up to me at the tournament and was picking my brain like how to grow on social media. So I appreciate you, Mike, seriously, for doing that, and the donation now. That is insanely generous. I wish I could watch it. I have to leave in like 20 minutes, but thank you very much for sending that. And guys, All Mike Pickleball. He's on Instagram and YouTube trying to make it as a coach, not necessarily a player. I want to hear what they have to say after the match. Like I said, my first time watching this, so I'm curious.
16 years from today.
All right, skip the commercials. Nobody cares about you commercials.
To be clear, fulfill. We swear it's
LS.
Thank you, Mike. Very, very
Kafka,
generous.
come away.
Midway through game two, Dorian Krause,
Let's hear,
who is
and then I'll
called
answer
up for our
questions.
Franklin post-match interview.
Thanks, Chad. Patrick, Will, congratulations. You guys are moving on to the final. Patrick, it'll be your first in men's doubles. I know you're excited about that, but I want to take you back to game two. You guys are down a game, down 4-0.
Oh,
You took
God.
a timeout. What was the message between the two of you during that?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about kind of adjusting our tactic. Obviously, as the day warms up, the ball gets a little bit mushier and slower, and I think we were just trying to attack a little early on in the match, and we just had to kind of up our patience a lot. So that was kind of what we talked about.
Patience is one of the most difficult things in pickleball. And Will, you actually told me not just his explosiveness, but it's Patrick's discipline that you think makes him a really great partner. How did that come into play in the later stages of this match when you guys are playing those elongated points?
Yeah, absolutely. We love to play an explosive game, but when we have to be patient like we were and disciplined, we really had to make some adjustments because they were countering unbelievably well, and our attacks just weren't working, so we had to slow the game down a ton. And he's able to do that, and it's great. He's been a great partner so far.
Well, guys, congratulations once again. We will see.
All right. Wow. Guys, if anybody has any questions, I want to answer them now. Yeah, I don't have to leave yet. So if anybody has any questions, look at that. Bam. You got all of me. Let's go. Transform. Fit the screen. Oops. Transform. Stretch the screen. Oh, God, that does not look good. Okay, regardless, whatever. This is going to be how it's going to look. Okay, I don't know how to get it to the screen, so we'll just do it like this. Yeah, guys, if anybody has any Questions. Now is the time. I'll happily answer any questions about me, my game, anything. Let me cook said, sub to Mike. Oh, thanks for that. Carson said, what shoes do I wear? I wear Asics. I had the Babolat Jet Mach 3s. I've wore them forever up until like 2 days ago, or up before this tournament. The Babolats just break like after 2 weeks, like religiously. I've never had them more than 2 weeks, and they're like $100 to $150. So I was just throwing money in the trash. I got these Asics, and now a lot of people wear them. They're super comfortable. I want to see how they wear down. Mine are already starting to wear down, literally from like already a week and a half. So maybe it's not the shoes, maybe it's me. Any specific diet before the tournament? No, I mean, I always try to eat healthy. I never really do any of that. Yeah, nothing specific. A lot of water. Definitely, I try to drink a lot of water. Any tips on staying calm in tournaments and higher level games? Travis, just remember, if you make the ball bounce on their side, they can't hurt you. It's when you try to do too much, try to put too much on it, that's when they can hurt you. Make the ball bounce and you're good. In retrospect, what adjustments, guys, any questions in the chat, you can send them. In retrospect, what adjustments would you have made? Geos, second game, we're up 4-0. They call a timeout. As soon as they get to 4-2 or 4-2, they call a timeout, or we call a timeout. At 4-2, our game plan was let's be passive, let's dink, we're being too aggressive. I see the complete opposite looking back on it. We're up a game, we're underdogs, they're frustrated. Let's drive every ball, see what happens. Maybe we get some net cords, make them more frustrated. Fifth shot drop question. For balls that land mid-court/short, do you top spin or underspin or flat? Let me cook. Always flat. I am never trying to put too much on it. I am always just trying to get to the net. I'm not trying to win points from the middle of the court, guys. I'm trying to get to the net. Mizuno Wave Exceed. Hold your 6. Hold up quite well compared to... I got to give them a shot. Those shoes, Mizuno. Just got home from Beer City. It's hot out there. Yeah, I didn't play that one. Can you explain why... Annalise duper? I don't know about that, Jordan. Why somebody's duper is lower. I don't know too much about the back end of it. How are YouTube memberships going to work moving forward? Oh, Joseph, my YouTube, yeah, guys, I think it's like $5 a month. I don't ask you to subscribe, and I don't provide anything for you. It's just a way to support me. I don't become a member. Like the option was just there. I just turned it on. Yeah, there's nothing special about that. How do I disguise a backhand speed up? St. Lauren. So out of the air, I don't really, like if I'm taking balls, I don't care if people know, I'm always going to attack with my wrist. I don't really disguise a speed up. You can disguise a speed up off of the bounce with a backhand. If you use two hands, it's hard for the opponent to read. But what's your favorite drills to do from home? Carson, my most recent YouTube video is my drilling routine that I still do. How do you guys build team chemistry before a tournament? Chris, like I said, the tournament was Wednesday. We played Tuesday night, like 3 rec games together. The way you build chemistry is sure playing together, but if you don't have time, it's like the chemistry isn't too much. Just discuss the specific balls. If I'm dinking middle, who's taking it? Or if the ball comes middle, who's taking it? If the ball comes here, who's taking it? Like Kyle told me, he's like, you have a better third shot drop with me with your forehand. You take all the forehand balls with the middle. Like we just built chemistry like that. How do you drill Ernie shots? Drill Ernie shots? Matthew, I don't really drill them. Just like, it's just really pattern recognition. Like if you dink the ball to somebody's line and their head goes down, probably a good time to Ernie. This format offers by far the most insight to a match, and it's much appreciated. Oh, thank you. How much drilling/practice do you actually play? Lindsay, I drill 7 days a week religiously. I play games maybe like on top of that. Maybe it's hard to get high-level games when I'm not in Florida. In Florida, I live there in the winters. In New Jersey, I live here during the summer, so maybe once a week I'll play games. But yeah, drill. If you want to get good, drill. Definitely. Guys, real quick, before I answer more questions, I want to tell you this is good. If you are looking, I just wanted to do, not if you're looking, I want to give you a recap of what I've learned from the match that I just played, my takeaways, so you can go with it. My takeaways are, I dropped the ball. Every single player on the court dropped the ball to the middle. Nobody was doing anything fancy, going out wide, going here. Everybody was dropping to the middle. Take that with you. The second thing, all of the dinks were bouncing. Very important. The dinks were bouncing with not a lot of spin. If you dink and people take them out of the air, it's very hard to win. It's like a lot of reaction time, a lot of practice. If you can make the ball bounce on their side, like you'll feel weight lifted off your shoulders. Like, I'm not going to get attacked. And if they do, it's easy to counter. But if it's out of the air, it's hard to counter. So that was big. The third shot drops, moving the ball around. We never dink the ball in the same spot more than twice. If we dinked it wide, we're middle. If we go wide, we're middle. We're here. We're there. We're not just endlessly dinking cross court. Do I ever get pain from drilling or playing too much? I do not. I have not been in pain. Knock on wood. How do I deal with pressure? Junior, that was my first time in a big scenario like that. Just confidence in my own game, you know, like just knowing I put in the work before the tournament helps me deal with pressure. On the other hand, when I play singles, I'm like, woo, I don't know if I'm going to win. In doubles, I feel like I can beat anybody. Just super confident in my doubles game. Singles, I'm like, it's a coin toss. I practice it. I just can't seem to connect the dots in singles. I'll normally qualify, but I haven't done too well in singles recently. But I'm going to change that. I've been practicing a lot, so I will be doing better in singles. When is my next event? I'm playing August 7th in Kansas with Kyle again. It's a PPA, so hoping to make some noise in a PPA event. Any more questions, guys? Anything else? I really appreciate everybody taking the time to come watch. Seriously, it's very, very, very thankful. HSJ, your content is awesome and helped my game greatly. What's your Zelle handle? Oh my gosh, HSJ, thank you. HSJ, if you want to DM me on Instagram, I'll gladly answer that. It's my phone number, so I don't want to give that out on here. But yeah, thank you very much for saying that. That's very kind, HSJ. Thank you. Do you come to Tampa Bay to play? No, I do not. I'm in Delray Beach in the winters, and then in New Jersey, I'm in South Jersey. Tanner, did you play with the Carbon Concept paddle at APP Newport? If so, how was it? Semper, I have not played or seen the Carbon Concept paddle yet. I assume it's the real deal. They were telling me about it, but I have not seen or played with it yet. What drills do you recommend if you're popping up balls too high? Brandon, if you're popping up balls too high, your paddle head is probably down. Put your paddle head sideways with your dinks. So push the dinks like this as opposed to this. That should solve that issue for you. Can you be my real estate agent? I was a realtor back in the day, like last year. Now I'm all pickle. I'm literally in love. I love pickleball. What is your paddle? How do you set it up? I have a paddle right here. This is the Carbon 16 millimeter 1X. I have 16 millimeter, like I said. I put 4 inches of lead tape just right here on either side, and that's all I do. Yeah, if you guys purchase any Carbon gear, when you check out, type in Tanner, gives you 10% off. It helps me out a lot. Will you be doing more live streams in the future? We all enjoyed this. Joseph, I will totally. I mean, I feel like everybody loved this. I feel like there's been a lot of positive feedback. Yeah, when I get a good moment like this, like I feel like this was a good time to do it. We had the announcers. We made it far. There were people watching. Yes, so as soon as I have another good event. So next event. Yeah, definitely. Great content. So helpful. Thank you so much. I love all your videos. Thank you, Mary. Yeah, any other questions, guys? Seriously, thank you all so much for watching. My life has changed drastically this past year from going all into pickleball, and I don't regret it. I'm just very thankful for how much I've been able to help people. How much fitness / off-court training are you doing in addition to drilling? Cardio, strength, plyometrics? Brad, great question. Brad, I hit the gym probably about like 4 days a week. Yeah, I used to be big into the gym, but now I'm like all into pickleball. I don't do any extra cardio. Like I said, I play pickleball 7 days a week. Like I haven't missed a day in however long. So I'm always, pickleball is my cardio. I don't get out of breath. I never really got tired in like a moment ever. Knock on wood. But yeah, I mean, I just do like full body training, like in the gym, like 3 or 4 days a week. Like I said, I don't know too much about that. I know all of form, all that, but I just kind of put that on the back burner, but I make sure I'm definitely healthy. Did I record the game against Rob Nunnery? My partner Kyle did. He sent it to me. I watched it and like broke it down and everything just for myself. I'm considering, what was I going to say? I'm thinking about doing like a match analysis breakdown on that. So yes. Great stream, Tanner. You're awesome. I love the content. It helps. Thanks, Travis. Thanks for supporting. My wife and I just started playing pickleball a few weeks ago, and your videos have been super helpful. Any tips for people just starting out? Raj, yes. If I were you just starting out, my mindset would be hit every ball soft. You can always add in power. The soft is what people don't have because every other sport is hard, hard, hard. Pickleball is soft. Do I stretch before I play? Pitbull, I'll loosen up. I won't like do a full stretching thing. I probably should doing that, but I'll just make sure I just make sure I'm loose, like jog, swing my legs side to side, open up the hips, like do some squats, but I wouldn't say I have like a regiment that I follow strictly. 7 to 8 days a week and no tennis elbow. What's the secret? Yeah, I don't know, but my elbow is not hurt yet. Like I said, I don't want to speak that into existence. I've had tennis elbow before. I am not sure. I'm thinking maybe your paddle could be too heavy if you're getting tennis elbow, but my paddle is not heavy. Why let the dinks bounce rather than take them out of the air? No, Evelyn, my apologies. I mean the other way around. I want my dinks to bounce on their side. I want to get their dinks out of the air. You're saying like on my side, when people hit it to me, let it bounce? No, I want to take theirs. I mean, when I hit the ball, I want to make sure it bounces. What about recovery? Ice bath, sauna, just relax. I don't do anything for recovery. I tried an ice bath, but I don't have the tolerance for that. Like I said, this is all stuff I probably should start getting into as an athlete, but still figuring everything out, you know. Would you ever consider pairing up with another lefty? Has it been done? This past tournament, I played mixed doubles with a female who was lefty. I thought it was great. It messed up a lot of teams. It's more advantageous to go lefty-righty just for the middle coverage. So I think it'd be foolish to do anything long-term. You just have an advantage being lefty. I wouldn't want to even that out by playing with another lefty. Hey, Tanner. Hope all is well. Thanks for the content. Thanks, Scott. Appreciate that. This was great. Congrats on the deep run. Thanks, Greg. I'm hoping to keep it coming. I'm playing a lot of tournaments with Kyle coming up. This tournament gave me a taste of that I do have the skill. I can do it. I am very, very, very positive that I will win one of these tournaments in the near future. Very positive. You have my word on that. You will absolutely see me in the semifinals very soon. I 1,000% I will be in that same scenario and I will win it. I promise you. I see the level. I learned a lot from that. 1,000%. How old am I? I'm 24. What should I do if my rec partner won't come to the kitchen? Chris, get a new rec partner. You got to come to the kitchen line. I mean, that's just pickleball 101. Get to the line. This is great educational coverage. Thank you. Thanks, TLW. Any tips for speeding up down the line? Let me cook. Nothing in specific. If I had to say something, I mean, I don't know. Speeding up down the line, there's not many tips for that. Just try to disguise it. Like maybe like angle your shoulders more middle, but then you go down the line. I'm loving your newsletter with the 60-second video. Yeah, thanks for shouting that out, Gio. Guys, yeah, I do have a newsletter. If you guys... Here, I'll pull that up actually real quick. Actually, no, I won't pull it up. But if you go to tanner.pickleball.com, guys, I do have a newsletter that are very, 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 very well put together. I'll actually show you this one right here. I'll just make my face bigger. But tanner.pickleball.com, if you like my content, I put out this literally every week. So look at this. An exclusive video. This is tanner.pickleball.com. Look, all this stuff. Get the paddle under 60 seconds. Yeah, tanner.pickleball.com. This is every week. I really want to grow the newsletter. So, yeah, check it out. It's great. A lot of effort is put into the newsletter each week. So I appreciate the person who said that. Gio. We believe you will win. Sonnet, thank you. I am putting in the work to win, guys. I am grinding. I want this to be my life. I originally started doing content to help get tournaments paid for, just so I didn't have to come out of pocket on all of them. And that's helped me tremendously, being able to go to these tournaments and able to play with that pressure off my shoulders of like, oh, shoot. So I started content for that reason, and it's really helped out, and I just really fell in love with it, and it went way farther than I ever thought it would. How much coaching do you get on top of drilling? Benjamin, how much coaching do I do? I teach here and there. I don't teach too much. I teach here and there. Coaching myself, I don't have a coach. That is definitely something I want to get. From the outside looking in, somebody could be helpful. One time I threw my paddle out of the fence in courts that I play out of angle. Ryan, yes, that will happen. In a lefty-righty duo, when your opponent speeds up middle, who covers? MJ, whoever's diagonal covers. Guys, like I said, today is my dad's birthday, so I am going to get ready for that. I really appreciate everybody coming here and watching. Seriously, this couldn't have gone any better. So I definitely will be doing more of these in the future. I'm going to keep up on the videos. I'm super motivated, hungry, thankful. I want to get a win. So it's good that happened. It's under my belt. So I'm going to call the stream there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Seriously, thank you. I'm going to end this here, and I'm excited to see you guys on the next one and see the new YouTube video coming out. So thank you guys very much. Hope you enjoyed it.